How's it going, boys, girls, and squirrels? It's Danny. Mata. Danny, oh my god, did you just flawlessly pull off Chaperone's Hot to Go dance? Yeah, that's exactly what I just did. That's right, I know my audience. I had Hot to Go stuck in my head just before hitting record on my camera, and I knew if I didn't let it out in some physical form, it would have driven me crazy through the entire video. So sorry to make you guys like civilian casualties to my ADHD right now, but thanks for being here. I appreciate you. We're watching Good Omens. Last episode, I believe I learned the dangers and terrors of grave robbing. Learned a lot about Scottish cemeteries and the booby traps with which they arm themselves with. So that was exciting. Maybe today's episode will be just as educational. Who knows? Let's find out. But first, we gotta talk about today's partner, Rosetta Stone. You know what's tough? Learning a new language. I took 8 years of Spanish classes throughout my entire life, and I still don't know how to count to ocho. Which sucks, because being fluent in multiple languages is probably the best way you can enrich your life. Language is what connects us as a species, and so the more languages you know, the more people and cultures you're able to understand. Well, thankfully there's a better method of learning a new language than the one offered to me by the Connecticut school system, and that's Rosetta Stone. Rosetta Stone offers an incredibly immersive language learning experience by presenting you with words and images in a way that allows your brain to learn through context clues and reasoning. And this is done through things like stories, phrase books, and live lessons. I really like using the phrase book because it's filled with common phrases and scenarios you might come across while traveling.
¿Quisiera usted café?
Quisiera usted café? Nope, not quite.
¿Quisiera usted café?
Quisiera usted café? Let's go! And so you're learning useful phrases that you may actually be able to use when you visit another country, rather than just memorizing random vocab words that may or may not ever come up in conversation. If any of this sounds interesting to you, then make sure you click the link in my description below to check out Rosetta Stone for yourself. Get more with access to all 25 languages for 60% off. Thank you again to Rosetta Stone for partnering with me for this video, and now, on with the show.
Let's see, could you play something that's got a bit of swing? I'm in the mood for something modern, not bebop.
Yo, Aziraphale would be so into Chaperone. Put his ass on some Hot to Go. Oh my god, I can't believe I managed to immediately tie Chaperone into the reaction. What masterful reacting I've done. Also, I like how his song request was just as vague as it was incredibly specific. Like, what is one supposed to do with a request like that?
Perfect.
Oh, the radio hit him with the Fallout soundtrack. Solid choice. I also would have accepted Spurs, that Jingle Jangle Jingle. Am I the only one who knows that song? Oh, I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, jingle, jangle. Perfectly in tune, perfect key, incredible pitch. You nailed it again, Danny.
I'm so sorry. I really do have to get...
What is he, driving through Chernobyl? Why are there so many homeless ghouls on the side of the road?
You are the nicest person.
Right.
I've given up. Thank you.
Oh, Aziraphale, you picked up a demon. Hey, yeah, maybe the next time something spooky's going on, don't just go with it. You know, maybe don't just immediately give in to the spooky.
Crowley's got Gabriel, hasn't he?
I really have no idea what you're talking about.
Nice, way to keep your cool. Super not suspicious at all. Crowley? Hiding Gabriel? Come on, I have no idea what you're talking about. Hey, wanna see me drift?
I'm a little bemused as to why Crowley should risk destruction for you. You don't seem his type at all.
That was the sluttiest little eyebrow waggle. Bitch.
Sometime in the last 18, 19 years, I remember hearing that you and Crowley were an item. I didn't believe it then.
Wild lore dump to just drop on my lap like that. This whole show has just been a series of teasy quips and eyebrow waggles. Now all of a sudden it wants to be blunt and just be like, yeah, by the way, they were totally fucking this whole time. So get out your pens, get out your quills, get out your laptops, and get to writing that fan fiction.
You've already told me where he is.
How did I tell you where Gabriel is?
Can everybody please just stop upsetting this poor little boy? He just wants to go on his little Nancy Drew adventure. I just want to go one episode without seeing Aziraphale get flustered to the brink of tears.
Oh, they'll all be blown to...
Little demonic miracle of man.
Oh, he saved his books! I love seeing Crowley commit random acts of kindness towards Aziraphale. Like, why can't that just be the show? Why do we have to keep putting these two in horribly distressing situations? Just make this a slice of life. You'll lose 0% of your audience.
Have a miserable eternity. We'd like to apologise for the weight of the conditions, but we won't.
You know, I always thought this depiction of hell was kind of cute and funny. You know, it's just a bunch of offices and cubicles and stuff. Now that I'm looking at actual Nazis walking around here, it seems a bit tame, don't you think? Seems a little not that bad of a final resting place for the Nazis, don't you think?
We'd like to apologise for the weight of the conditions, but
oh, nice. At least there's a worse part of hell for them to go to. Wouldn't want the Nazis to be improperly organized.
That was a very nice thing you did for me.
Shut up.
Well, there must be something I can do for you in return.
Look, I know this episode's being a lot more blunt about their relationship, and I do appreciate that. But if Aziraphale's about to bend over and give Crowley road dome right now, I think I might have to stop watching this show. Call me crazy, you know, call me prude, but I think I might have to draw the line there.
Theatre. Bravo! Sophocles, Shakespeare.
Is this like a burlesque show? What are the ladies of Camelot? Heads up, Crowley taking Aziraphale to the theater equivalent of a strip club would also have to result in me canceling this video. I'm just simply not ready to see this man go through something like that.
Tell me everything.
Outrageously unnecessary. There is no justification for you slurping down that pen.
I wonder if I might be able to help you out on behalf of my good friend here.
Is Aziraphale about to join the burlesque show?
Mr. Fell, who from your description appears to be an angel, are not just associating, but actively working together. I will be authorized to grant you freedom from hell and damnation.
This is a ridiculous loophole to the heaven-hell system. What? So to get into heaven, you have to live a virtuous life full of selflessness and devotion towards God. Makes sense. Super weird that the other way to get into heaven is to go to hell first and then do a covert secret mission that ends up benefiting Satan, and then they'll send you to heaven. Kind of feels like it defeats the whole only good people go to heaven bit, doesn't it?
Commandant Glux.
This is so horrifying. I'm sorry I ever called this depiction of hell tame. The fact that this all takes place in like a different medium somehow makes it like 10 times more terrifying. Like the fact that hell is animated adds such a terrifying layer of like existential horror and cosmic horror and like incomprehensibility. It's cool. I like this weird, horrifying paper mache. What was that? Oh, what was that dumb short that opened the Digimon movie? Oh my god, what was it called? It was also British. Angela Anaconda. That's what this depiction of hell is. Does anyone remember this bitch? This weird, obnoxious, papier-mâché bitch? This is what the art style of hell looks like. Which I feel makes this probably the meanest segment I've ever done in any video.
You are aware that you're going to be performing on the West End stage tonight.
The West End, the West End.
I no longer have any reservations about this. I'm so excited to see Aziraphale's performance.
For instance, turning a common turnip into an inkwell.
Yeah, me too, Crowley. I made the exact same face. The fucking weirdest item to turn into the fucking weirdest item. Like, transforming one item into any other item should, in and of itself, be impressive, because it's impossible. But an inkwell and a turnip are such lame objects that it actually becomes impossible to care. Also, I just realized, remember when I was gushing about how good the show looked during the Job segments, because they were all shot on film? I just realized that every flashback is shot on film. This whole episode is shot on film, and it does look gorgeous. At least I think it was shot on film. To me, it looks like there's film grain, and the colors look a lot more, like, rich and vibrant. And that's sick. That's such a cool addition. That's such a cool, like, artistic direction to take this in, because like I said, it like always looks gorgeous. It was really hard to notice in the last episode because it was all at night. I think it was really easy to pick up on and really easy to appreciate in Job's episode because it all took place in these like gorgeous, vast, bright deserts where like the blue of the sky could really pop and the like tan of their skin can really like complement the blue of the sky. But yeah, just a great looking show, like 90% of the time, you know, until they get the Goosebumps guys in.
I have here a sixpence and a farthing.
Turn those into turnips! I don't know what he's gonna do. I know he's going to use actual magic, but I guarantee you whatever it is he's about to do is going to be way less impressive than just regular sleight of hand.
The farthing has vanished.
You are an angel with the powers of God at your disposal, and you are using them to perform tricks a birthday clown would find boring.
What you just did's remarkable, and I don't have the foggiest notion how it's done.
Damn, well, at least you got a good audience.
Well, there is Will Goldstone's magic shop, but that's for professional conjurers only.
Aziraphale, you are an actual fucking wizard.
Well, please hand me the contents and I will gladly show you. A lot of fun, that, a lot of fun.
Jesus Christ, is that a prank or a home defense booby trap? Those things came out with the force of lethal projectiles.
Like these beauties. Oh, yes.
Huge find, Aziraphale. Everybody loves the silver rings. The silver ring trick is like the biggest proof that humanity is just as stupid as literally any other animal. The fact that we're impressed by this dumbass trick is so embarrassing for our species, and I'm not even being judgmental. I love it too. For those of you who don't know, the silver ring trick is the metal equivalent of that.
I'm looking for something with a bit more scale, something climactic. Like that.
What a crazy dangerous thing to sell at a magic store. I know you can literally walk into a Walmart in America and just buy a shotgun, which is wild, but it feels extra irresponsible to sell one at a magic shop and pitch it as a fun trick to do at parties.
Oh, yes, I keep a derringer in the bookshop inside a hollowed-out book, in case I get into a scrape.
You do what, Aziraphale? And what if you get into a scrape? What, you gonna shoot a guy, Mr. Actual Angel? What does Aziraphale need a gun for? He can perform real miracles. Even if somebody breaks into Aziraphale's shop and robs him at gunpoint, can't he just do this and the gun, like, disappears or gets so hot it drops out of the guy's hand or something? He's always doing crazy shit. There's no scenario in which Aziraphale owning a gun makes sense and isn't hilarious.
£7 and 5 shillings.
Your life is worth a lot more than £7, 5 shillings.
Would you just sell them the fucking suicide machine already? Why do you have this shotgun in your display case if you aren't comfortable selling it to people?
You need nerves of steel and a hand as steady as the Rock of Gibraltar.
Oh, I have those.
Sounds like this isn't actually a magic trick and you're just selling people a gun in a cup, right? This isn't a trick. Right? Hold on, let me look at this fucking pamphlet. Take care to store the bullet in a portion of the mouth where it will not be visible. Oh, okay. And then you miss intentionally. Okay. Okay, I guess technically it's a trick. That's better. I thought the pamphlet was just like, step 1, put cup in mouth. Step 2, have friend shoot cup. Step 3, catch bullet in cup. I hate when David Blaine or any other magician does a trick that isn't actually a trick. They're just doing the painful thing they said they were going to do. Like David Blaine has this trick where he has like a road spike underneath 3 styrofoam cups, and he like slams his hand down on 2 of them, and then the spike is like, oh, it's under the 3rd one, I didn't fucking skewer myself. And he does this whole spiel where he's like, but you know, secretly the audience wants me to stab myself, so what if I just do this? And then he slowly stabs himself with an ice pick. And everybody's all like, whoa, how'd you do that? And it turns out he just fucking did it. Like fucking I can stick an ice pick through my hand. I just don't want to. It's not a trick if you just do the thing you tell people you're gonna do.
But if anything goes wrong, can we agree that we break your 1 miracle limit? Neither of us wants the paperwork, do we?
This is such a weird, like, filler episode. Like, does any of this actually impact the main narrative? All of this takes place in the 1940s, and there are no stakes. Except for whether or not Aziraphale is gonna blow his fucking head off, but literally nobody is making him do that. Like, this whole episode is literally Aziraphale waking up one day and deciding he wants to trick people into thinking he got shot in the head.
They're the bee's knees. I bet you're all thinking, what's that man doing up there? On the stage.
Oh my god, he's doing stand-up too? This is horrible. This is so hard to watch. I would 100% rather see him blow his head off than get his feelings hurt.
Common or garden turnip. But in a blink, and before your...
Do not read this life-saving pamphlet seconds before you're about to shoot Aziraphale in the head. Read this way before doing the trick.
Oh well. Sometimes meet a stubborn turtle.
Not oh well. Don't do the trick if your magic isn't working.
Aim for my mouth and shoot past my ear.
I'll just squeeze that bit there,
I think this is going exceptionally well. No foreseeable issues here. Just a couple of buddies shooting each other.
What the?
Yo, I love the silly little face he just made. He looked like something that'd like pop out of the ground in a Mario game, didn't he?
AKA Aziraphale. Aziraphale.
Dude, but seriously, how the fuck do you pronounce this guy's name? I feel like they're constantly alternating between Aziraphale and Aziraphale, and they call him Mr. Fell. They call him Mr. Fell all the time, but then most of the time they call him Aziraphale. So what the hell? I get that Mr. Fail is kind of an embarrassing name, but like, figure it out.
But you're dead.
Living dead. Now, agents of hell.
Wild that these 3 Nazis are about to be admitted into heaven because they did such a good job at being zombies. Wild that God's about to let 3 Nazi zombies kick it with Gandhi in heaven.
You're free to go. Ta-ra.
Well, you still can't leave us like this.
You need to make us into living humans.
This makes a lot more sense. Also, I don't know what they're all upset about. This is way better than Spider Hell. Still kind of crazy, though, that 3 Nazi zombies are about to go walk the earth uninhibited by any angel or demon in this room.
There was a miracle blocker in the room. I saw you put it back in the envelope.
Who needs a miracle when you've had private lessons from the great Prof. Hoffman himself?
Oh, what a twist! Aziraphale was good at magic all along! That's hype!
You really are terrible at magic.
I fucking disagree. He sleight-of-handed the shit out of that Polaroid.
Though he's not in Edinburgh. Why not? Because he's in the bookshop. Gabriel's in the bookshop.
Nice. It only took us 40 minutes to get back to the main actual plot.
Not technically, no. But give me a legion of hell's finest troops and see what I can do.
It's gonna be super embarrassing when you take a legion of hell's finest troops to the bookshop and can't enter it. It's kind of a huge detail you're ignoring, isn't it?
Making Nina fall in love with Maggie. I failed. She'll go.
Oh, I see. Well then, Wickworth Street Traders and Shopkeepers Association monthly meeting. Here we come.
Nice. I'm low-key hyped to see Aziraphale play matchmaker in the next episode. Also, I don't know if anyone else feels this way. Super Aziraphale forward season, right? Super Aziraphale heavy season. I feel like he's the one making all the prominent moves when it comes to, like, figuring stuff out, moving the plot forward. Crowley very much feels like he's taking a back seat in this season. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel like Aziraphale is really, like, taking the wheel here. And that is episode 4 of season 2 of Good Omens. Pretty, like, it's a fun episode. It's definitely a filler episode, which is weird in, like, a show with 6 episodes. Unless there's something I'm missing, like, unless there's some detail that happens in this episode that's going to come back and, like, play a major role in the finale. But otherwise, yeah, just kind of funny that they had a little romp in Nazi Germany for a bit. But yeah, as always, let me know in the comments what you thought of this video. Let me know what you thought of the episode as well, and I will see you guys next time.
Hold on to me, baby. Won't you come a little closer? Will I live for now? I wrote